They warned Nwafor never to follow the whispers in the forest. But when he cracked the blood-filled kola nut beneath the sacred tree, he didn't just see his destiny, he became its prisoner. Now he walks among the living without a shadow, and whoever meets his hollow gaze forgets how to say their own name. In a forgotten village tucked deep within the forests of southeastern Nigeria, where the wind speaks in whispers and the trees lean as though listening, there lived a boy named Nwafor. He was a curious soul, always wandering where he shouldn't, into shrines under sacred trees, around old women who muttered to the air. His grandmother, Mama Njideka, was the village's herbalist. She knew things about roots and bones, about shadows and voices that visited only in dreams. There are paths that should never be followed, she warned Nwafor one harmattan evening, her fingers grinding dried owl feathers into powder. Even when they call your name. But Nwafor didn't listen. One evening during the annual Eek Market Festival, he heard a rumor whispered among the village boys that deep in the forest, past the stream where the water ran black, there was a tree called Oji Ugwu, the sacred Kola Tree. They said the witches of old gathered there on moonless nights. They said if you plucked a kola from its branch and cracked it open, you'd see your destiny or go mad. Nwafor laughed. If it's real, I'll bring back a kola nut, he said. Then you'll see I'm not afraid. He left before dawn, barefoot, with only a cutlass and a flask of palm wine. As he journeyed, the trees thickened and the path grew cold. Birds stopped singing. Even the insects fell silent. But the deeper he went, the more he heard something strange, his name softly echoing through the trees. Nwafor, Nwafor. He reached the tree just before dusk. It stood massive, black-barked and leafless, its branches twisting like arthritic fingers toward the sky. At its base were small piles of bones, burnt feathers, and calabashes filled with dark, congealed liquid. But at the very center, glowing faintly red, was a single kola nut. He plucked it. The forest shuddered. Nwafor cracked it open. Blood poured from the nut, warm, fresh, and reeking of iron. He screamed and dropped it, but the forest wouldn't let him run. Roots rose from the ground and gripped his ankles. Shadows peeled themselves off the trees. A woman with eyes like burning coal and skin stitched together from bat wings stepped forward. "Welcome, Onya Oso," she whispered. "You cracked the nut of fate. Now you must carry the curse." She reached into his chest and pulled out his shadow, twisting it into a small writhing doll. "You are Mamadu Ozo now, one who walks both worlds. Your name will never be spoken by the living again." The next morning, Mama Njideka stood at the edge of the village, her face pale, her bones aching. She knew. She saw crows circling. The forest had taken her grandson. And every market day since, during Eek, a strange boy with hollow eyes walks among the villagers. He doesn't speak, doesn't blink. Children say he watches them in their dreams. Elders refuse to look at him. They say if he touches you, your shadow begins to rot. And if you ever follow his footprints into the forest, you will never return whole, not even your name.